Yo, what's going on, guys? Brian Jalbert here with JalbertBrothers.com. How you guys doing today? I want to go ahead and do a video on mindset. What is your mindset? What are you thinking about? What are you doing every day? Do you got good habits? Are you negative? Are you positive? Where are you at? All right. So, first thing you need to do is you need to find out your why. Why are you a filmmaker? Why are you a director? Why are you a producer? Why are you an actor? What is your why? What is going to be your reason to push through the times that get really tough? Okay? Because when you're out doing this, there's a lot of rejection. Okay? There's, people always judging you because you're out there to be judged, especially if you're like an actor. If you're in the spotlight like that, you're going to be judged. So you need a why. You need a why that's going to be able to push you through those hard times, right? To get you to the next thing, the next project, the next next purpose. Okay, so find a why. Figure out what your why is. You need to be like a sponge. You need to have this mindset that when you're out and about and you're talking to people and you're at networking meetings, you're at film festivals, you're at places like that, you want to be like a sponge and you want to absorb information. You want to see what other people are doing because maybe that can help you, okay? Maybe that can get you to that next spot. You might see something that somebody else is doing and be like, oh man, I didn't think about that. And then it's just added to what you're doing now. So it's going to make you that much better. Okay, so when you're out and about, be like a sponge, absorb information. Don't just sit there and always talk about yourself. A lot of people like to go out and talk about themselves and what they're doing and all that, and that's great to let people know who you are and what you're doing, but listen as well. Ask questions. Figure out what they are doing. Make sense? Also, when you're doing this, think for yourself. Get information and decipher through it. So when you're getting information from people, find out the good and find out the bad and figure out what's going to work for you and what's not, because not everything somebody else is doing is going to work for you. It's just not. So you got to decipher through that information and kind of take the good and leave the bad, right? If that makes sense. Also, when you're watching films, really dissect a project and kind of reverse engineer it. Okay, we do this a lot. We'll take a project and we'll watch it and it just helps you figure out why they did certain things. Why did the director shoot wide here? Why did he do a dolly in? Did he do a reveal? Start dissecting things a little bit. Start really reverse engineering and try to take for yourself, man. Everything has been done. You almost got to go through now and figure out how to do it a little different, right? So take what's done, kind of, do it a little different and figure out how it works for you. One of the biggest thing is get in the mindset of thinking like the greats, the best of the best. If you're a writer, read great scripts of the best writers and, learn from that. Don't copy it, but learn from it. Really dissect it. Study the greats. Don't study the local. Don't compare yourself to local people that are in your area. Be up here. Start setting yourself higher and figure out how you can be at that level, right? Because if you can try to figure out how to get to that level, you may not hit there, but you may hit somewhere in the middle, if that makes sense. So you might hit somewhere where you're like, boom, I'm still doing it. I'm making a great living at it, and I love what I'm doing. Or you hit the top, So really start studying the greats, understand what they're doing, and figure out how to make it work for you. right? This is a really big thing here. I find that there's a lot of filmmakers out there, and they think like a starving artist. Okay, when we started this thing, I started in acting first when I was about I want to say 14. I started acting, but I was doing little shorts before that. We were making, on our camera and stuff. And I ended up getting into music, the music industry. And we got into the music industry when we were about, I want to say I think I was 16 or so. And really started going after it. And we had this mentality of a starving artist, like Eminem and Tupac and these people that came up that way. And we thought that's how we had to be. And it really kept us low. It really kept us down. So I'm telling you, don't think like that. Think like a business. Think how can I make money doing this? Because then what you're going to find is you're going to be able to make money at what you love. You're going to be able to make projects and make money at it, whether you're a writer and you're writing for hire, you're a director, producer, and you're producing your films and you're making money off of that, or you're doing commercial work. Don't think like a starving artist. We got to lose that starving artist mentality, because I was there and I thought like that, and I did that for 10 years and it held us back. Our mindset was we wanted to get signed to a deal, and we thought that was going to help us make it. And we did. We ended up getting signed to $1 million contract or something like that. It was like $1 million, multi-million-dollar contract. And we ended up, the deal fell through, the company fell through, and we were there, standing there like starving artists. We weren't thinking like a business. So start thinking like a business that'll really get you ahead. It wasn't until we got into the video aspect of it that we started thinking like a business, and realizing that it is a business and it can be treated like a business, even though you're an artist. Be a businessman as well.